Alright guys, we're back again with the second pet morning and night routine. I know you have all been dying for this, and so have I, but this is just the updated pet morning and night routine since I moved and got new animals. So first I'm going to be cleaning out Aries' water and food bowl and just refilling it. I like to use puppy chow. And him and Kit Kat really go after each other a lot. Like, it's insane how much they attack each other. And you think Kit Kat would run, but she doesn't. She just sits there and fights back. And I really can't do anything about it, because they'll do it regardless. But I've definitely been trying to train Aries to sit before I give him food. So he's learning all these new tricks. And now I'm going to be taking a water. Oh yeah, I just bought that day. I went to Walmart and I got this cool little waterer, so you can like fill it up with water and it just keeps, putting water out for the dog. So when I leave, I don't have to worry about refilling the bowl or worrying if he's dehydrated or not. So while that's filling up, I was just filling up the cat water bowl and refilling her food bowl. Usually her food bowl is pretty full from the day before because she doesn't really eat much. I mean, I fill up her food bowl like 2 or 3 times a day, so it stays pretty full. But Aries will eat anything you put in front of him, whether he's full or not, so. Now I'm just going to be putting this contraption together. I thought it was so cool. I don't know why, it was $5. I was just so fascinated. So after that, I go and I turn Fitz's light on, and yes, I know, Fitz is not covered. It's not because, I didn't cover her. It's because it was not really morning. It was like afternoon, so hate me if you want to. But now I'm just taking all the water and food bowls out of the rest of the pet's enclosures. And I'm going to be getting 2 new food and water dishes for the hermit crabs because I've been using like these fairly large, small cup thingy-majiggers. So now I'm going to be getting out a plastic bag, and then I run around and take out all of the old vegetables. Now, I know they look extra rotten. It's because they are. They stay in there for about 2 or 3 days before I decide to change it out. So, YOLO. I can't keep up with everything. And then I'm just taking Calypso's food bowl and throwing that out as well. So after I put them in that bag, I pretty much just dispose of the old vegetables. And now I'm just rinsing off the food and water dishes from all of my animals' enclosures. They get pretty nasty, so that has to be done. Then I give Aries a pat on the back because he's a good boy. Now what I'm doing is just getting out the cutting board and the vegetables to get ready to cut up them all and feed them to the pets. So I was going to make a whole video dedicated to what I feed them and like a grocery haul, so I'm really not going to go into much of a depth here, but I just feed Fitz the normal vegetables, and then I throw some in with the hermit crabs, and also I feed the hermit crabs lots of fruits. So I don't feed these every day. I do a variation most of the time, or I leave one out or add a different one, so it all varies. This isn't what I feed them exactly every day. And here's Kit Kat. Let's count how many times I have to throw Kit Kat off of the counter because she jumps up there. So now I'm just cutting things up into smaller pieces so it's easier for them to eat. And Fitz loves her blueberries, and I very seldom get them, so once I do get them, I make sure I add a lot of blueberries in there because she does love them. And there's Kit Kat again, just trotting along the vegetables. And yes, I disinfect the counters because she climbs on them like crazy. I have to disinfect literally everything. Oh, and here's where I drop a carrot every time I cut it, but that's okay. See, there it goes, right by Michael's mixed match socks. I forgot to mention, I'm also, in Fitz's food water bowl, you see extra collard greens and carrots in there. That's what I'm using for the feeders. I'll make a feeders care video one day. And then I just take out my purified water and my homemade salt water I use for my hermit crabs. And I'm just filling the sponge with fresh water for them, and then taking all of the food and water bowls in there. Now what I'm doing is just throwing the extra collard greens and carrots into the cricket bin, and then I'm also going to be doing that with the superworm bin. Now I'm just putting the water bowl back into Fitz's tank and filling that up with fresh bottled water, and then I do the same exact thing for the hermit crab's tank. It took me a while because I had to rearrange everything in their tank because the salt water bowl was just like in the way of that wired thing, so I took the wired thing out. But now I'm filling up their bowl with fresh water and their saltwater bowl with the homemade salt water. And then I'm just getting the rest of the fruits and vegetables for the rest of the pets and putting them in their tanks. And of course, I'm sprinkling calcium with vitamin D3 onto Fitz's food to make sure she is as healthy as possible. Now, if you have a squeamish stomach, I wouldn't watch this, but as you can see, I'm not afraid to manhandle the insects. They really don't bother me. I used to not want to touch them, but now I will seriously pick up a cricket with my own hand, and it doesn't bother me at all. So, I just throw some worms in there to Fitz's food bowl. I mean, she'll run after it like that, regardless whether there's insects in there or not, but I just do it for fun. And then I'll just put the fruit and vegetable bowl in with the hermit crabs. So, if it looks like there's not a lot in there, it's because they're still babies, so they're extra tiny still. So, you know, I really don't give them a lot of food because they don't eat it all. And now I'm just doing Calypso's powdered food. This is the only kind he likes. I've tried every Pangea and Rapashi, and he only likes the fruit blend with insects. And now I'm just emptying out his water bowl into the dirt because why not? And then refilling that again with fresh water. And then, cringe warning, I'm picking these crickets up by hand too, but what I usually do is pick up the egg carton and just shake it off into the Pac-Man frog's tank, and then I shake one off into the leopard gecko's tank depending on how many crickets are in there. And here's me picking up ones. And I usually give one or two to Calypso, but he's not a very big fan of crickets anyway. So then I just do their morning misting. I mist down Chimichanga's humidity box and just mist everyone else down. And now I'm feeding Mishu my axolotl. So what I do is pop out a cube of bloodworms. And then what I do is I have a turkey baster and I fill a cup up with water and put the bloodworm cube in there so it can de-thaw. Or thaw, whatever. And now, if you guys haven't noticed or followed me on Snapchat, you probably don't know I have new platies now. And in that tank is deadly with nitrites. So leave comments down below on how to fix them. I've tried almost everything. But I'm checking the levels, and as you can see, there's pink. So it means stress on the nitrates chart. So it's not good to put them in there yet. But you'll see later on in the video where I put them. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking out the bloodworms with the turkey baster and hand feeding it kind of to Mishu because I'm trying to reduce the chances of impaction as much as possible. So then after that, what I do is just put everything away. I don't know who designed that fridge because it doesn't even open all the way and I struggle extra hard. Oh yeah, here's the hard part. Ready? So I literally have to empty out. I haven't emptied this out, let me tell you, in like weeks. I'm not even going to lie. But I'm not going to show you, but it was pretty nasty. And I feel bad for Kit Kat because I wouldn't want to use a toilet like that. It's basically like a porta potty. But I just dispose of that. And if you guys were wondering, yes, I do empty that trash can out once I put all the pet feces in there because it's kind of nasty. And then I just refill her litter box. And now she's a nice clean litter. So after that, I just chillax basically for the rest of the day like I don't have anything else to do. Okay, so whatever I don't do in the morning, I usually do at night and vice versa, but usually at night, Aries goes to the bathroom in his pee pad at least once. I'm still trying to train him, so I'll just replace all of his dirty pee pads. Sorry if that was a little graphic, but I'll just replace them with clean ones. And then I will take about half a cube of bloodworms and put them in the Platy's tank so they can eat that. And then whatever I bought that day, I'll usually just put it aside or put it away, but in this video, I put it aside. Then moving on to the pet room again, I had to brighten this up because it was extra dark. But basically what I'm doing is just misting down everyone's tank one last time. I only mist down the hermit crab's tank, Calypso's, and the Pac-Man frog's tank at the end of the night. And if you guys haven't noticed or follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I got a new snake. Oh yeah, we named her Sin. So that's S-Y-N, and she is a cinnamon ball python, but I'll get more into that in another video. I just wanted to update you guys so you're not completely lost, but As you guys know, I cover Fitz before she goes to bed. Even though I don't put the nighttime lamp on anymore, I still cover her because it's like tradition and I can't do it without it. So that's it for my pet morning and night routine. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video.